Today I'll walk you through, step by step, how to create and manage a product backlog in ClickUp, one of the most powerful project management platforms available. A backlog is the master list of everything your team might ever build, fix, or improve. And keeping it organized in ClickUp means less time hunting for context and more time actually shipping. If you find this helpful, please hit like and subscribe, and let's get started. Begin by signing into your ClickUp account. Open ClickUp in your browser or desktop app and enter your credentials. Once you're in, you'll land on your home screen or the last workspace you had open. From there, select the workspace where you manage your projects or development work. ClickUp organizes everything in a clear hierarchy: workspace, then spaces, folders, and lists. So choosing the right workspace from the start keeps your backlog in the correct context. Next, navigate to the appropriate space, or create a new one if this is a fresh project. A space represents a broad area of work, like a department or a product line. Click the plus icon next to spaces in the left sidebar, give it a descriptive name, and move on. Inside that space, create a folder named Product Backlog. Folders sit between spaces and lists and let you group related lists together over time. Handy as you add sprint lists or quarterly work alongside the main backlog. Right-click your space or use the three-dot menu to create it. Inside the folder, create a list named Backlog. This is the container where all your tasks will live, your team's single source of truth for future work. Click New List, name it Backlog, and you're ready to configure it. Before adding any tasks, take a moment to review the default statuses ClickUp assigns to the new list. The defaults, typically to do, in progress, and complete, are fine for basic task management, but don't map well to a real backlog workflow. Customize those statuses to fit how your team actually operates. A clean, practical set looks like this: backlog for unreviewed items, ready for fully defined and groomed items, in progress for active work, and done for completed tasks. Click the status column and choose Edit Statuses to make these changes. Getting this right early prevents confusion as the team scales. Now begin adding tasks to represent features, bugs, and improvement ideas. Each task should be one discrete piece of work, not a vague category. Click Add Task or the plus button to start populating the list. Write clear descriptive task names for everything you add. Compare Fix Login Bug with Fix Session Timeout on mobile. Users logged out after 60 seconds of inactivity. The second version tells anyone on the team exactly what the issue is without even opening the task. Good naming is one of the highest leverage habits in backlog management, and it pays off every single planning session. Add a detailed description to each task, covering the requirements, the context, and the user need behind it. A well-written description eliminates the back and forth that derails planning meetings when anyone on the team opens the task. The answers they need are already there. Go one step further and add acceptance criteria, either written into the description or as a checklist within the task. Acceptance criteria are the specific conditions that must be true before the work can be called complete. ClickUp's built-in checklists are perfect for this. They transform a vague idea into a concrete, verifiable target that everyone can agree on. Assign a priority to every item using ClickUp's priority flags: urgent, high, normal, or low. Priority is what transforms a flat list into a properly ordered backlog. The highest priority items should always sit at the top, reflecting what the business values most right now, not when the tasks happen to be entered. If your team uses time estimates or story points, add those next. ClickUp supports time estimates natively, and a custom field handles story points in just a few clicks. Estimates make sprint planning dramatically faster because the team can immediately see how much capacity a given batch of tasks actually requires. Apply tags or custom fields to categorize items by type, feature, bug, tech debt, or by product area like checkout or onboarding. Then use ClickUp's filter tools to display only the items relevant to a given planning session. This combination of categorization and filtering keeps a large backlog navigable even as it grows into the hundreds of items. Create views that match how your team prefers to work. A list view suits daily grooming. A board view shows flow across statuses at a glance. A sprint view ties everything together for iteration planning. Add views from the tab bar at the top of your list with a single click, and switch between them freely. The underlying data stays the same. Sort tasks by priority to keep the backlog in the right order at all times. During regular planning sessions, review the top of the list with your team and move the highest priority, fully defined items into an active sprint or work list. This grooming habit, even 30 minutes a week, is what keeps the backlog a living tool rather than a graveyard of forgotten ideas. Archive outdated or rejected tasks rather than deleting them. Archiving preserves the context of why something was considered and set aside, without cluttering your active view. Use comments and @mentions to document decisions and bring stakeholders into the conversation, keeping every relevant discussion attached directly to the work itself, rather than buried in email or chat. Finally, monitor backlog size over time. A backlog that grows without being pruned becomes unmanageable, and an unmanageable backlog gets ignored. Update priorities as business needs shift, keep refining items until they are genuinely implementation ready, and archive anything the team is unlikely to tackle in the foreseeable future. And that is how you create and manage a full product backlog in ClickUp. Your team now has a structured, prioritized home for every piece of future work, from the next sprint all the way to the long-term roadmap. Save this video so you can revisit these steps whenever you are starting a new project or onboarding a new team member. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.